Hello again. Let's bring you some COVID-19 related news now. Health officials have announced a few amendments, changes to the current vaccination protocols. Firstly, you will no longer have to wait 42 days to receive the second Pfizer jab. This has been reduced to 21 days. You can now also get a third Pfizer booster after 3 months. More importantly, you'll also be able to receive either the Johnson & Johnson or Pfizer booster shot. Well, let's unpack this further, why it was necessary and what it actually means. Let's talk to the Health Department's Chief Director of the Child Health Program, Dr. Lesley Bamford. Dr. Bamford, good afternoon. Thank you very much for your time. I guess this is a kind of a good news, and one might assume it's to boost, hopefully, vaccinations, is it?
So good afternoon and good afternoon to the viewers. So I think you're quite right. Some changes have been implemented. We hope that this will make things simpler and that as a result, more people will come forward and be vaccinated, whether it's to receive their initial doses or their booster doses.
Yeah, so if you originally received a Johnson & Johnson jab, which was a single dose, for a booster you can choose to get either a Johnson & Johnson or a Pfizer.
That's correct. So essentially we are introducing a mix and match, as it's sometimes called, or heterologous boosting. So in December we announced that people could receive booster doses. But at that stage, one could only receive the same booster dose as one received in the initial dose. However, as you correctly say now, people who received the J&J vaccine can now receive a booster dose 60 days after that first J&J vaccine, and that can be another J&J vaccine, or it can be a dose of the Pfizer vaccine. Yeah, and likewise, those who have received 2 Pfizer doses are eligible to receive a booster dose 90 days now after their second dose, and that can also be a Pfizer dose or a J&J dose.
Yeah, the Pfizer
I think what's also encouraging is towards the end of the week, we will also be sending out SMSs again. So many more people will be eligible to receive their booster doses. So we would encourage people who get those SMSs to come forward and be vaccinated.
Yeah, how strong, I don't know if that's the right word, or how well is the booster drive going? I mean, are people coming up and taking their boosters? I had mine in January.
So I'm very pleased to hear that. The booster uptake, people have been coming forward, but it has been not as many people as we would have liked. Of course, now that we have reduced the waiting period, many more people will be eligible to receive those boosters, and we are hoping that that will really increase uptake so that more people can be protected.
Yeah, Dr. Bamford, I keep on hearing some people, some of them in my cycle, saying, no, I had, as an example, I had my 2 Pfizer doses, and then a few months later, I was positive with COVID-19. My immunity is very high. I don't need a booster. Is that true?
So, of course, we know that many people in South Africa do have a degree of natural immunity through having been infected with COVID-19. However, irrespective of whether one has had COVID infection or not, vaccination continues to provide improved protection. And so we continue to encourage people who do have some natural immunity to nevertheless to come forward and further increase their protection by being vaccinated.
Okay, finally, Dr. Bamford, do you have enough vaccine in stock? I mean, for this new campaign, because, I mean, depending on how people will respond, and are they all still valid? The batches that we have, the doses that we have, are they still valid?
So currently we have a large number of Pfizer vaccines in the country. So we certainly have enough vaccines. One of the reasons for the heterologous, the mixed boosting, is also so that if people go to a vaccination site which only stocks one of the two vaccines, that they can nevertheless get their booster shot. Sometimes a site will only have one vaccine in stock, but that does not reflect shortages at a national level. We have more than enough vaccines, both the Pfizer and the J&J vaccines.
Thank you very much. Dr. Lesley Bamford from the Department of Health here in the country.